going on, guys? I'm the Johngasm, and I'm coming at you today with another conspiracy theory. The theory I'm bringing to you guys today is about a very famous Nickelodeon show, SpongeBob SquarePants. Now, this is only the second SpongeBob theory that I've ever covered, but I've got to say, it's probably one of my favorite shows to talk about in this series. It's just cool because the writers purposely put in a lot of really subtle, inappropriate humor that the little kids won't catch, but the adults will find humorous if they're watching. So it's really funny to explore all these hidden Easter eggs that the writers got past Nickelodeon's censors. At the end of this video, I'm going to link to my first SpongeBob theory talking about how he's actually a tampon, so if you guys got some time, make sure you check that one out as well. Now, for the very few of you who aren't familiar with SpongeBob SquarePants, there is a character on the show named Squidward. Sometimes he's the protagonist, sometimes he's the antagonist. He's SpongeBob's kind of grumpy squid neighbor. One of the interesting things about Squidward is the fact that he never wears pants, but he does wear a brown t-shirt. Now, for somebody with Squidward's personality, this is sort of strange because he always tries his best to be very fancy and classy, and as a result, he kind of comes off as pretty pretentious. But it's not just him, the rest of his species doesn't wear pants either. We see this in the episode Squidville. Now, one of Squidward's most alarming and notable features is how huge his nose is. It hangs low from the center of his face down past his chin. Now, here's an anatomical fact about squids that you guys may not know. The penis of a squid is right next to its mouth. And it's huge. Now, being that one of the writers of SpongeBob is an old marine biologist, and a lot of the other writers were responsible for writing a show called Rocko's Modern Life, which was also very subtly inappropriate, it seems pretty fair that the team responsible for writing SpongeBob would like to see how much it can get past Nickelodeon's censors. Especially because in the past, Nickelodeon has been known for being really uptight with its censorship. So his penis being in the center of his face doesn't only provide us with a reason why he doesn't feel like he needs to wear pants, it also explains his pretentious need-to-be-fancy nature. Squidward is ashamed of the fact that he has to flaunt his genitals right in front of his face, so he tries to overcompensate by being overly classy and fancy. And as we see in the episode Squidville, it's not just him, but his entire species that does this. I think it's in that same Squidville episode where he has that like blowing machine. It's like a vacuum, and he like starts blowing his nose with it, and he's like, ha, 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 that feels funny. If you think about it, that's not so different than what like a lot of preteens, human preteens do, like with the vacuum on their Johnson. Now, you guys, that is the entire theory. I think it's a pretty good theory. I think it's kind of funny to think that throughout the entire series, a main character's genitals have been on display for everybody to see. And also, if you think about it, there's also an episode where he's completely nude and a police officer walks up to him and puts a censorship sticker over his nose. Now, that right there is enough evidence for me. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to choose to believe this theory. As always, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. If you could do me a huge favor in the form of rating, commenting, and subscribing, that would be totally awesome. And if you know anybody who would get some enjoyment out of this theory, hit that share button down below. It really does a lot to help me and the channel out. Also, links to my social media accounts are in the description down below. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Go give those a like or follow if you're feeling like being a super fan today. But you guys, like I always say, whether you do all of that or none of it at all, I just appreciate you watching this video regardless. Thank you so much for stopping by, and stay fresh.